Okay, today we're going to talk about the 5 triangle congruence theorems. It sounds very complicated, but I promise by the end of the video, hopefully some of it makes sense. Please make sure that you take out a sheet of loose leaf paper if you chose not to print out these notes. So the first thing we want to say to ourselves, if we're given 2 triangles and we look at the picture, can we say that they're congruent? It looks like they might be, but we're not sure. So I'm going to show you the 5 ways that we can prove that 2 triangles are congruent, meaning if I cut them out of paper and laid them on top of each other, everything would line up. So the 5 methods to prove triangles are congruent, these are important. You might want to write them down and leave a little bit of space because the next slides give you actual pictures. The first one is side, side, side. The second one is angle, side, angle. The third one is side, angle, side. The fourth one is angle, angle, side. And number 5 is called hypotenuse, leg. Be very careful. These are the only ones you can use. All other methods do not prove congruency, meaning they don't prove that the triangles are the exact same size and shape. So the first one is side, side, side. So if we look at triangle DEF and we look at triangle GHI, all 3 sides are congruent. This one lines up with this one if we were to cut them out. This one here lines up with this one. And this side here lines up with this side here. So if I cut those 2 pictures out of paper, they would be the exact same picture. Side, side, side. The second method is called angle, side, angle. So if I look, angle A lines up with angle X because there's 2 slashes. This side, AB, lines up with this side here. And then angle B, because there's 1 slash in it, lines up with angle Y. So if I have 2 angles and the side in between, it has to be in between them, those 2 triangles are congruent. So again, if we're looking at the picture, it goes in order. We have an angle, then a side, then another angle. Angle, side, angle. The next one is called side, angle, side. Again, we're going to note that the angle is in between the sides. So if we start here, we have a side, an angle, and then a side. And if I look at the second picture, again, going in a row, I have this side, this angle, and then this side. The next one is angle, angle, side. Be careful. So if I look at this one, because I'm starting with angle, I start here, angle, then another angle, then a side. Here I have an angle, I have another angle, and then I have a side. Note that it's 2 angles and then the side. That's why it says angle, angle, side. The next one is called HL, or hypotenuse leg. And if you look in the green, it says this is called HL because we cannot use bad words in math. And if you look at it, if we were to do it using the angles and the sides, this technically would be angle, side, side. We really don't want to write the word ass on a regents or ass backwards, which is side, side, angle. So we call this hypotenuse leg. It only works with a right triangle. So that means if I have a right triangle and I know that the 2 hypotenuses are equal or congruent and one of the legs, meaning here and here, I can say that they're congruent by hypotenuse leg. Now a method that does not, please make sure you have this bold, is angle, angle, angle. So if I look at this picture here, I have an equilateral triangle. All my angles are 60. Here I also have an equilateral triangle where all the angles are 60. But I'm hoping that you can visually see that these 2 triangles here are not the same. They're not the same size. If I cut this one out, it's going to be much smaller than this one. Here's another one. If I look at this first picture here, I have a 40, 80, 60 triangle. Again, this second triangle next to it is also a 40, 80, 60, and hopefully visually, if you look at it, if I cut this one out here, it's definitely going to be smaller than the second one. So again, we want to go over. We've got side, 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 angle, side, angle, side, angle, 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 side, and hypotenuse, leg. These are the only methods that we can use when we're trying to prove triangles are congruent. If you have any questions, please make sure that you write them down and either email me or ask me next time you see me in class.